Hey everyone, this is Raven. I'm here with my recap and review of Digimon Ghost Game Anime episode number 21, which is titled The Spider's Lure. Now, I wasn't able to cover the previous two episodes, but might as well give you a quick recap. They were okay, they were fun. Now, basically, in the Witchingar, we ended up learning about Gamamon's future and the past. Apparently, when one of the Digimons, I think his name was that pink little circular thing, when it went into the past in order to destroy Gamamon, it ended up getting beaten up, and then it went into the future, and it turns out that Gamamon is supposed to be a very, very kind Digimon or something. And then in Prison of Fire, we actually got to learn a bit more about Black Tailmon, and that there were these two Digimon who wanted to go back into the digital world, and we found out that Gamamon has now been trained enough that Gamamon can basically choose which Digi-evolution it wants to go for. It's not random anymore. But yeah, anyway, coming to episode number 21, which is The Spider's Lure. This basically opens up with humans being attacked by Digimon again, but this time was a bit different because I think that the main villainous Digimon, which is revealed to be Arakimon, I guess her name starts, or Archimon, basically from arachnids, like spiders. But yeah, Arachimon ended up killing people because apparently she's into eating people's brains in order to learn more about them and unlock the secrets behind perfect evolution and all of that stuff. And I was like, okay, so these villainous Digimon are actually killing people, and I was okay with it, especially because there has been some criticism in the fandom about how Digimon Ghost Game kind of focuses a lot on Hiro using Talk No Jutsu in order to make villainous Digimon see the good in them and changing their ways. But in this episode, yeah, Arachnomon ended up getting destroyed, which makes sense because she was out there eating human brains. So anyway, we get to see this group of humans, and they're talking about how they have been renovating the mall, and they are using these robots that make use of AI in order to determine the best way for the best route to take when it comes to renovations and saving time and effort. But yeah, this entire group gets caught by Arachmon, and Arachmon decides to eat one guy's brains, and I was like, okay, so this is a very villainous Digimon. And then we cut to this weird looking human, and she introduces herself as Sonia. And she's like, Hiro, I work with your mom for a non-profit organization, and I was here, and she's the one who told me about you, and I also know about your mysterious friends. And I'm here because I know that you're very smart, so I am going to invite you to this exhibition about insects. So I would like you to come. And Hiro's like, okay, so my mom sent you? I guess you're telling the truth. And I'm like, Hiro, you're supposed to be a smart corrector. And the fact that Hiro ended up falling for Sonia's plan, I'm like, wow. And why? Maybe, I guess, due to plot. Because I would have been okay if Sonia ended up using some sort of glamour on Hiro in order to mess with his mind and make him trust her. But but I don't think that happened. She just went into his apartment, and I was like, you're really going to invite a stranger into your apartment without double checking with your mom? Okay, but yeah, I guess we can chalk it up to plot convenience. So she's like, you can also invite your friends, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, my friends are smart. I'll guess we'll go to this exhibition. So she takes them to the mall, and she's like, yeah, the exhibition is inside the mall, and Kiyoshiro's there, Ruli is there, and everyone is walking, and they talk about insects and how certain insects have a lot of intelligence and whatnot, and I wasn't necessarily paying a lot of attention. So as you're taking the elevator, this is where Ruli is like, I just read that this mall has been, closed for a few years now, and they're still doing renovations. So what are we doing here? And yeah, Sonia is like, oh, you are a very smart girl as well. And I'm just taking you guys here for a private tour because this insect exhibition isn't open to the rest of the public. So I'm going to give you a special viewing. And I'm like, run. Guys, you need to run. And also the fact that their partner Digimon couldn't even detect that Sonia is not human. I was like, again, okay, plot convenience. So as everyone is talking, they notice these webs in the warehouse, and this is where Sonia ends up patting Gamamon, and she's like, I'm very interested in this brain of yours. How does it work? I would like to know. And yeah, they can feel that there's something creepy going on, and Angoramon ends up noticing something weird. He's like, you know what? I think I am hearing something. It's as if they are like strained breaths and whatnot. So yeah. Alert, alert, alert. The kids are like, yep, we're in danger. And this is where Sonia ends up revealing her true form of Arachnamon. And yeah, if you go to the Digimon wiki page, you can tell that Arachnamon is basically an ultimate level Digimon, and she is able to transform herself into a human in order to make other people let their guard down around her. And I guess that's how she was able to make Hiro believe her. But again, I'm like, Hiro is a human. He should have at least talked to his own mom about whether or not someone named Sonia even exists and whatnot. But anyway, everyone is like, yep, we need to run. We can't fight her right now. And also, they are like, you know what? She has a lot of reinforcements because Arachnamon has this entire army of the spider Digimon. I can't remember their names, Dokumon or something. So yeah, everyone is running. And I really like the fact that Kiyoshiro basically tried to save himself, and he ran away to the exit, and he's like, yep, I'm safe. But no, he's in trouble because because Arachnamon's minions are also in the exit staircase. And Ruli is like, you know what serves him right for running away and trying to save himself. But yeah, Hiro falls through these wooden boards, and basically all of the children are separated from each other, even though they still have their partner Digimon with them. And Arachnamon basically is looking at all of them through these computer cameras, and she's like, you know what, this entire warehouse is basically rigged. This is a test site, so I want you to demonstrate how intelligent you guys are, because I'm very interested in eating your guys' brain. So basically everyone tries to fend off Arachnamon's minions, and they're fighting. All of the Digipartners end up digivolving, and that excites Arachnamon even more. And Hiro ends up finding the people that Arachnamon had kept kidnapped. And yeah, this is where one of the guys tells Hiro that the spider is going to come. The spider is going to eat us because the spider eats brains. And I'm like, yep, I guess the person that we saw dying in the opening of the episode, he's really dead. So this is where Kiyoshiro ends up noticing the cameras, and he's like, yep, she's using these cameras in order to keep an eye on us, and we can figure something out. And he's like, Jellymon, can you destroy the cameras? And Jellymon tries. She ends up using her electrical bursts on the webs, but that doesn't do anything. And this is where Arachnamon like, yep, these cameras are basically my sensors, visual sensors, and they're basically feeding all of the information, all of the visuals to me through my web, because you can think of this web as a neural system that goes on in the brain. Everything is connected. And Kiyoshiro, because he is smart, Kiyoshiro is like, you know what, Jellymon, if you can't destroy the webs, I need you to aim your attack at the ceiling, and we will bring all of this down. And that works, because when the ceiling comes down, the cameras get broken, and the monitors that were keeping an eye on Kiyoshiro and Tesla Jellymon, they stop working. And this is where Kiyoshiro ends up meeting up with Ruli and Simba Angoramon, who is, they are running out of stamina because there are a whole lot of minions around. And Kiyoshiro is like, well, she won't be bothering us because we ended up destroying some of her cameras. And Ruli is like, you know what? Arachnamon is going to find us, because finding the children is going to be easy, because they just have to target the place where they aren't getting any feed from the cameras. And Kiyoshiro is like, uh-oh. So this is where Hiro ends up listening to the cries of his friends, and he's like, okay, I'm coming. And Gamamon ends up digivolving into Wasp Gamamon, and they glide up, but no, before they can make it to their friends, they end up encountering Arachnamon's minions, and yeah, they lose. And Hiro wakes up. Everyone has been captured by Arachnamon, and they're hanging upside down, and they can't seem to get out of the webs, because these are very, very strong webs. And I'm like, okay, so even Angoramon get out, huh? But yeah, no one is able to get out, and this is where Hiro turns to Gamamon. Gamamon has fallen unconscious, and Arachnamon is very interested in eating Gamamon because she's like, there's so much in this little tiny brain of his. I want to eat it because when I eat a brain, I get to learn more about it. And here's where we end up seeing Hiro crying for Gamamon to wake up. He's like, don't do this, stay back, don't do this, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I'm like, yep. I think that Gamamon is going to digivolve into Galus Gamamon, and that's exactly what happens. Gamamon ends up digivolving. He breaks free from the webs, and yeah, we get another sighting of Galus Gamamon, and I'm like, oh, this is going to end very, very bad for Arachnamon. And Arachnamon is like, you know what? A new Digi-evolution? I'm here for it. Let me eat you. Let me eat your brain. And Galus Gamamon is like, yep, have your fill. And he ends up shoving his fist into her mouth, and still she doesn't necessarily do anything. And then this is where Galus Gamamon is like, yep, Desmodona, or Desdemona, I guess that's his attack's name. And he ends up disintegrating Arachnamon, and she's dead. Which, I'm okay with it, because again, the fact that Arachnamon has been going around eating human brains, I'm like, you can't talk no jutsu with her. You have to kill her. And Galus Gamamon does exactly that, and everyone comes free. And this is where Hiro tries to call out to Galus Gamamon, and he's like, Galus Gamamon, are you... But before he can say anything, Galus Gamamon stops him, and Galus Gamamon is like, you know what, Hiro? Don't come any nearer. This isn't a time. This isn't a time. And I'm like, what is he talking about? This isn't a time. And this is where Galus Gamamon, instead of fighting Hiro and the rest of his friends, he ends up de-digivolving into Gamamon, who has fallen unconscious, and Hiro picks Gamamon up. And I'm like, okay, so I guess Galus Gamamon knows something that we don't. And again, I think that Digimon Ghost Game is going to play with time travel or different timelines, but I could be wrong. And then we get to see this mysterious Digimon looking at Galus Gamamon. And if you guys remember, during Galus Gamamon's first appearance, like 5 or 6 episodes ago, we actually saw a dark Agumon looking at Galus Gamamon. So yeah, this time we have this Digimon. I know... yeah, I am familiar with this Digimon, but I can't remember its name right now. And then we get to see the medical help coming in, and the ambulance taking the people who were kidnapped by Arachnamon. And I guess, yeah, they're still talking about being attacked by a spider, but at least they're alive, okay? At least they're alive. And then the episode ends with Hiro getting a message from his mom. And in this message, this is where his mom is like, my friend Sonia is going to be coming over to Japan in a few days, so I want you to show her around. And everyone is like, okay. So this is the real Sonia, huh? And the fact that Arachnamon was able to find this out, that Hiro's actual mom has been working with someone named Sonia, and that Sonia is going to be coming over to Japan. Yeah, Arachnamon ended up being a very, very smart opponent, even though she wasn't always in control. She was a bit impulsive. The fact that she decided to attack Galus Gamamon just like that, I'm like, if you were a bit more intelligent, you would have ran away. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm not really sure if you're going to see the actual Sonia in the upcoming episodes or not. But yeah, at least it's nice to see that Hiro is still kind of in contact with his mom. And yeah, and also I have to say that during the concluding moments of the episode, Jellymon ends up looking at Gamamon, and he's still asleep, and Jellymon is like, yep, he is very tired. But yeah, Galus Gamamon ended up appearing in this episode again. I am looking forward to seeing what the writers have planned when it comes to Galus Gamamon's character arc involving Hiro, because Galus Gamamon is, again, he's like, now is not the time. It isn't time yet. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Galus Gamamon? I am intrigued. But yeah, overall, an okay episode, a fun episode, a bit creepy because of Arachnamon actually killing humans. Willingly killing humans, intentionally killing humans. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later.